That was dominating, man.
It was pretty awesome. We had a great car. Really enjoyed it. Thanks to David Self for putting on this race. Thanks for Mike Robertson for letting me drive his car, work on it. I enjoyed it, and hope to do it again.
Did this thing ever fall off at all? Like the restarts, you just kill them and then get in the front and just stay constant the whole time.
It stayed consistent the whole race. We had a little issue with the battery there at the end. I couldn't run any fans or anything. The battery was going dead. So luckily, I think maybe if there might have been 75 laps, I don't know if we'd have made it, but we held on to the end.
Here.
Yeah,
Gary Ledbetter finished second. The thing was good, man, but I mean, nobody had nothing for that 31 today, I don't believe.
31 is pretty strong. I'd say we got good stuff. Yeah, he's got a good car, and I'd say he's all practice all day. So I mean, we just got beat. We tried. We gave it 100%. Exhaust fell off. I think it hurt our car a little bit. Maybe off the corner, and I mean, especially it hurt me, just being so darn loud there, it had me all messed up. I mean, when it first fell off, I wanted to park it, and then that was stayed out and finished second though.
That's about all you could do with it there, wasn't it? That was a long race.
Yeah, man. Crew said we ran about 150 laps, so we wasn't expecting that on fuel or tires. We had scuffs on, we had a neutral right front on. The car was good all the way through the race. It just got extremely free right there at the end. It wasn't so loose that I couldn't get back in the gas, but it was just free where I couldn't dive under them like I wanted to, Slid the car around, got that thing stagger closed back up just a little bit, give it one last time, and it ran good, but just I think we was lacking a little bit of motor.
After race on Sunday, but got to think a lot about, we had the memorial race for your wife yesterday, turned into a stellar event and 29 cars strong. Tell me about your whole thoughts on the day yesterday.
Yesterday, I was glad to see everybody that could support come out, because it's kind of something I wanted to do to help my wife with her, just her name and her legacy, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so I wanted to put on an event for limited guys, because everybody does a late model event or something else, but nobody does big limited events. So I tried to make it affordable for the guys to come out, and 29 cars was great. As a promoter, I wish we had 50, but as a competitor, I was glad to see 29 because everybody got to race.
And tell me the whole thought, everybody, it was an emotional day. A lot of the drivers gave their winning back. It was really a good day all around, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, all the funds, well, not all of them, but most of the funds went back to the Jack and Jill Foundation. And they help with late stage cancer patients like my wife. And it's like Make-A-Wish for adults. And we gave a bunch of money back to them. A check will go to them this week. So we got a bunch of money going back, and that was the bigger good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was a race, but that was the good thing about it.
Yeah, and looking forward to next year. We're planning to make this an annual thing.
Yeah, if I can do this, I will. If I can, I will double the startings, double the winnings. I mean, and just make it big, because I want it to be a premier event. There's no premier limited events. And I want to make it here at Ace. Brad is great, and the racing is tight. And yesterday was good. So yeah, I want to do it every year.
Yeah, well, I mean, you didn't, you jumped on this thing. It's the first time you've ever done anything like this, and you made it pretty much one of the biggest limit. I mean, we had bonuses and all sorts of stuff going on. I mean, you pretty much made it the biggest limit event we've ever seen.
Right. I mean, the winner walked out with $2,700, and we ran on scuffed tires. I mean, and a 74-lap race on scuffed tires is a pretty good race. They're already bad enough, so you can't go. You got to bide your time. And I mean, I thought it turned everything turned out. The crowd, I wish I had 10,000 people here, but next year we'll make it bigger and better, and so many people we can get here.
General Manager Speedway. We're on Sunday now, but had the Mischa Memorial last night that lasted about 37 hours, I believe. And whole deal with Tech there. What happened that whole deal?
Well, I'd say simple miscommunication, but it turned out to be pretty major. We had two cars finish first and second. In this case, the 31 and the 70. We were taking the heads off of each car. Upon hearing that, they said they were going to run in today's race. So obviously we didn't want to take a head off and lose the cars. I didn't know that until I got back down. Told everybody else that we would pay off the way the order was. Any difference after we take the cars today, then we'd make up the difference. Upon hearing that, I was fine with it. Turns out that the tech man decided not to check heads, started checking other stuff. Upon finishing that, told payoff. Everything was good. They paid off. Had 31 car leave, which wasn't supposed to leave. Disagreement between myself and that team. They got mad. I got mad. They left. I considered them DQ'd at the time. 15 minutes later, I found out they'd already gotten paid, which changed everything. Upon that, communication, trying to actually go down the road to try to catch them. We got them back to the track at about 10:45 last night. Official, myself, 3 other witnesses, and obviously the team pulled the motor down, checked everything that we were going to check either yesterday or today. Everything passed tech. Everything's good. The 70 car is still subject to tech for obviously a championship today, but what happened yesterday as well. So he's on record as having 2 finishes that have to be checked today, and we will go to that. And I sincerely apologize for any confusion. It was a very unfortunate thing. I said some stuff out of anger. They said some stuff out of anger. We've since talked. Both parties have agreed. Some parties still disagree. Always want to try to do the right thing, and somebody's always going to be mad. It's a 50-50 deal.
So in the future, we have a lot of 2-day show here. There's a lot of big stuff going on at Ace Speedway. Are we going to let tech carry over next day or more, or just take it that day for that race?
There's some steps we put in for yesterday. Obviously, we're still learning this game. There was a miscommunication. 2 people knew stuff that I didn't know, and I know there's something we can fix there. So next time, Tech, Payoff, and me all agree that it's time to pay off before we pay anybody off, and we go from there.